The Liberty Mutual Coach of the Year Award recognizes and celebrates coaches who demonstrate sportsmanship, integrity, responsibility, and excellence both on and off the field.
You know, Arch, more than just a trophy, the award provides each winning coach with $50,000 to donate to the charity or charities of their choice.
Since its inception in 2006, the award has helped put more than $1 million into dozens of programs benefiting needy individuals, families, and communities across the country.
Now let's take a closer look at how some of our winning coaches and Liberty Mutual have teamed up to make a difference.
Glenn Caruso, University of St. Thomas.
2010 Coach of the Year Award winner Glenn Caruso was only 5 years old when he faced a life or death situation. It was his unbreakable bond with his father that saved him.
It was one of my first memories, sitting in the doctor's office and in basically being told, my parents telling me that I was very, very sick.
Unsatisfied with his son's diagnosis, Glenn's father, Frank, demanded a second opinion.
When we got the diagnosis that he didn't like, he said, it might be, but if you don't mind, we're going to go ahead and go to someone who we think are experts in the field up at Yale New Haven.
His father's efforts proved to be life-saving, as doctors discovered that Glenn did not have leukemia, but a rare blood disorder that left untreated could have killed him.
What I had was a horrible, horrible blood disease, idiothrombopurpura.
After years of treatment, Glenn ultimately regained his health and in the process learned from his father what a commitment to safeguarding a family is all about.
I am first and foremost a father, and then a husband, and then a football coach, and I think it's extremely important to keep those in priority. So now, due to the vision and generosity of Liberty Mutual in this program, we're able to start a foundation that we're calling Bucky's Pride. Bucky was my dad's nickname, and his pride was always his family.
Today, Bucky's Pride is helping children who suffer from cancer and blood diseases move on to a better way of life in his own community. And Glenn hasn't forgotten the place that gave him the gift of life through a generous donation to the Family Resource Center at Yale New Haven Hospital.
Sometimes children are born, the family is expecting to have a healthy, normal child, and they find out that their child has a very serious medical diagnosis, and the child's here for months at a time. This particular fund that Coach Caruso's donation went to is a blessing to have a fund that we can access to support some of the families that are in very difficult situations with their child being here for a long time, and gets them through a very stressful period without having to worry about the finances for a couple months.
It gives us an opportunity in some small way to not just give back to people that are going through some difficult times, but to also simply let them know we've been there too. We've gone through those tough times. If you keep banging away, you keep fighting, and you lean into that adversity, I know in my heart of hearts that good things are going to happen. I'm a living, breathing example of that exact fact.
A 2009 recipient of the Coach of the Year Award has made a remarkable impact on Fort Worth, Texas.
Gary Patterson, TCU.
Coach Gary Patterson has led the TCU Horned Frogs to remarkable success on the football field. But it's his incredible commitment to help the homeless of his Fort Worth, Texas community that makes him truly extraordinary.
To know somebody doesn't have a warm place to live, doesn't have a place to eat, doesn't have all those different things is something that's dear to my heart.
Gary's commitment to help the homeless was shaped by many years living the nomadic life of a college football coach when money was tight and times were often difficult.
I had a Christmas when I was at Cal Davis where I didn't have anything and I didn't have money to go home. You were young, you were in your 20s, and I was under the weather, and you didn't know any doctors, and found out my mom and dad sent me a care package. It was special, and it really lifted my day, and I know what that feeling was like to do that, and so hopefully we give a lot of other people the same kind of feeling that we can help them.
Though Gary sits atop his coaching profession, challenging for conference championships and BCS berths, it's his humble beginnings that help keep things in perspective.
If football was just about wins and losses, then I think when you got done, I think you'd have an empty feeling. I've always felt like you had to give back to the community. Anytime anybody ever helped me get somewhere where I needed to go, I probably wouldn't be where I am today if it wasn't for all those kind of people.
To get the homeless in his community back on their feet, Gary has acted as a passionate advocate for the Presbyterian Night Shelter, an organization that provides food, shelter, and hope for the homeless.
Last year we served 3,575 people came through our doors to receive overnight shelter or long-term shelter assistance from us.
Liberty Mutual Award allowed us with their donation to be able to give back to the Presbyterian Night Shelter with my wife Kelsey, get them back on their feet, get them back in the community, get them back started in life.
One of the people Gary and the shelter have helped move from homeless to home is Carisha Baker, who after losing her job, sought the refuge of the shelter with her young son.
My son and I were provided 3 meals a day, along with, toiletries, anything we need, sheets and blankets for our bed. They thought of everything.
Now back in her own apartment, today Carisha has become a full-time staff member of the Presbyterian Night Shelter and provides assistance to those who need her help.
I communicate with them to say, hey, this is not the end, and we are moving forward, and we're going to move out and do the best we can from here.
For Coach Patterson, helping people like Carisha and the Presbyterian Night Shelter is something that comes naturally.
And I want them to know that I've been through some of those things, and all of us have been through problems, and don't give up and keep moving forward. And hopefully we give a lot of other people, not in the past, but just also down the road, the same kind of feeling that we can help them.
Gary Patterson and Glenn Caruso are carrying on a coaching tradition of giving, passed down by those who have come before them. Jerry Kill was a 2007 FCS Coach of the Year award winner, and as a cancer survivor, set up the Coach Kill Cancer Fund to help those facing similar health challenges. In addition, Coach Larry Karras, a 2008 Division III Coach of the Year award winner, made the dream of home ownership possible for a family in his Alliance, Ohio community by teaming up with Habitat for Humanity.
The Liberty Mutual Coach of the Year Award, recognizing and celebrating sportsmanship, integrity, responsibility, and excellence both on and off the field.